Good afternoon, everyone. So it's Christmas season, getting ready, the fall season. I want to try and do a black cake, a Caribbean black hair, Caribbean rum cake, Caribbean heavy fruit cake, whatever you want to call it. So in the bowl, I have half a pound of sugar and half a pound of butter. I'll be blending these until the sugar is melted, and then we'll get started on this beautiful, delicious, decadent dessert, Christmas dessert for the Caribbean. So I'll get this started. And some of the other ingredients that we're gonna need for this is eggs, and of course the fruit, which has been soaked for almost a year, ground and blended. So in here we have different kinds of fruits, dried fruits, raisins, currants, prunes, some orange peels, some cherries, and as you can see, it is very dark. We've soaked it in some wine, and so it's really delicious. That is part of what makes this cake very unique and different. And over here I have some burnt sugar, and that will give it some color. Cherries. We have some extra wine, some red wine, and flour with a teaspoon each of cloves, cinnamon, and freshly ground nutmeg. So we will continue to get this cake on the go, and so we're just gonna keep that going. There we go. The butter is getting nice and creamy with the sugar, and so as you can see, it's getting fluffy and light, and that's what we want. So I will continue to let it go, continue to mix. It's a beautiful, nice, fluffy mixture as we let it go longer. It's continuing to mix, and it's getting lighter and fluffier. So we'll keep an eye on it. Maybe another 15 minutes or so will be perfect. It'll be very fluffy and light texture, which is what we're looking for. We are at a great place now with this batter. It is very light and fluffy, and the color has changed to a more lighter cream white. So I will go ahead and add the eggs one at a time and make sure that I fully incorporate each egg into the batter before we add the next one. We want to make sure that that egg is fully incorporated. So I'll come back and show you what we do next after the eggs are fully incorporated. So we're doing about 4 eggs, and we'll continue from there. This is our last egg going in, and the batter is nice and fluffy. So beautiful, beautiful color, beautiful texture. This is exactly what we're looking for. So beautiful. The texture is wonderfully soft and fluffy. That's exactly what we're looking for. So our next step is to add the fruits in. And so what I want to do is add it into, not all at the same time, but maybe half, and then incorporate that, and then add another half. The smell of that fruits, of those fruits soaked in some wine and spiced rum for over a year. It is so decadent. So I'll continue to get this as a slow mix, incorporating everything. and it's beginning to look really nice, coming together very nicely. And then I'll go ahead and add the other half of the fruit and keep it going. The browning, or the burnt sugar for the black cake, and I'm using 1/4 cup of brown sugar, lightly brown, and then we're gonna, on low heat, just let this melt and come to a nice boil. So the burnt sugar is looking very nicely. It's getting nice and brown. It's very light, so we'll continue to keep it going. So this is how it's darkened in color, and it's just about right, so it'll give the black cake a really nice dark color. So I had to transfer it out to a larger bowl, so I'll continue to add the other ingredients. And what we're going to do now is add the browning, and this will give it the color that we are looking for in a black cake, hence the name black cake. So I'll just stir this in and keep stirring it in and adjust for getting a darker color. So I'll come back and show you what that looks like once I'm done. Then last thing, we'll go ahead and add, incorporate the flour. That's the color that we have now with the browning. And so next I will go ahead and add the dry ingredients. And in here I have a couple of warm spices, cinnamon, clove, freshly ground nutmeg, and then some flour. And so I'll go ahead and fold that in a little bit at a time. And then want to make sure that everything is nice and incorporated. So I'll do it in a S form. Don't want to be too harsh with this. And make sure everything is incorporated into the mixture. And so it's a lot for a 1/2 pound. So I may have to do 2 pans, but we'll see as we go along. So I'll come back and show you where we are once all of the flour is in. So I divided the batter into 2 9-inch pans that I greased and floured. And as you can see, it's a very nice color, and the batter is really nice and thick. So this is definitely ready for the oven. And so what we'll do is bake it about 300 degrees for about 2 hours. I'll check on it after. So it's low heat. You don't want it to overcook or be dried out. So I'll check back with it once we are done. So these are out of the oven. They baked for a little under 2 hours, and you can see that it's pulling away nicely from the edge of the pan, and the toothpick comes out pretty clear, so not a lot of cake batter sticking to it. So it'll continue to cook while it cools. So what I want to do is poke a lot of holes in it, because what we'll do now is to add just about a 1/4 cup of spiced rum. So I have the Captain Morgan spiced rum here. So I will add just a 1/4 cup, not a lot. And what this will do is soak into the cake and give it a nice, beautiful, moist flavor and texture, and not dried. And it also will help it to preserve, because again, this is a rum cake after all. So it's gonna sit there and it's gonna cool. And then once it's cool, I will cut into it and try to do a taste test. So the cake is finished and I allow it to cool and cut into it. And as you can see, it is very moist and delicious. I'm so happy about this first attempt. And if you're looking to do a really nice, decadent Christmas treat, look at that. It is very moist and it tastes delicious. So thank you guys for watching. It definitely came out as expected. And I love the flavor of the fruits and the deliciousness of the wines and all the flavors of the spices. And so this is an absolute favorite in the Caribbean. We also do black cake at Christmas and weddings. It's also the cake, the preferred cake for weddings. So thank you guys for watching again, and let me know what else, what your thoughts are. And hopefully I can do another video on some more food adventures during the Christmas season. So like, subscribe, and give a thumbs up. If you really like this video, let me know what you think. Thank you, and have a great day. Bye.